Hey everybody, Ace Trainer Liam here, and welcome back to another episode of Form Fight. Form Fight is a series where we take a look at Pokemon with more than one form, or a branched evolution, or counterpart Pokemon. We have a look at the differences between the Pokemon in question, and we try and work out which one is the best. And so we can see these Pokemon in action on the battlefield. We also have a Metronome battle between them, just for a little bit of fun. If you're a fan of Form Fight already and you're ready for more, hit the like button, give us 1,000 likes on this video, as always, and of course hit subscribe if you're new so you never miss an episode, so that I'll just stop pointing at you all the time. Do it. And of course, use code ACE to save yourself some money on G Fuel, like Battle Juice mixed with Hype Sauce. It's beautiful. It's the best flavor combination. Do it. Code ACE. Do it. I'll stop pointing at you then. Do it. But of course, with all that out of the way, let's have a look at today's challenges. Today on Form Fight, we're going to be comparing the two forms of Indeedee, which are male Indeedee and female Indeedee. Now, if you catch an Indeedee in Glimwood Tangle in Pokemon Sword, it will always be male. And if you breed it with a Ditto, you'll then have a 50-50 chance of hatching either another male or a female. If you catch an Indeedee in Glimwood Tangle in Pokemon Shield, however, it will always be female. But you can breed it with either a Ditto or literally any male Pokemon from the Fairy Egg group to be able to get a chance at getting the male. Girl ain't picky. But what makes these two forms of Indeedee so different? Let's take a look. According to the Pokedex, both forms of Indeedee stand at 0.9 meters tall and weigh 28 kilograms. The Pokedex information for male Indeedee says it uses the horns on its head to sense the emotions of others. Males will act as valets for those they serve, looking after their every need. Through its horns, it can pick up on the emotions of creatures around it. Positive emotions are the source of its strength. Female Indeedee's Pokedex entry says these intelligent Pokemon touch horns with each other to share information between them. They diligently serve people and Pokemon so they can gather feelings of gratitude. The females are particularly good at babysitting. Appearance-wise, both forms of Indeedee are bipedal, brown-eyed creatures with navy and white fur, and purple horns. Male Indeedee's horns point upwards, and female Indeedee's point downwards. Make whatever jokes you like. The pattern on male Indeedee's fur resembles an Old English butler's suit, and a female Indeedee's pattern resembles that of a traditional maid's uniform. Male Indeedee has two light blue triangular marks on the bridge of its nose, resembling old half-eye reading spectacles, and female Indeedee has two purple triangular marks at the tops of its eyes, perhaps there to resemble makeup. In their shiny forms, both forms of Indeedee change their fur to a teal blue colour, and their eyes turn to purple and their horns turn to a brighter purple. Now let's have a look at their typing, weaknesses, and resistances. Both forms of Indeedee are dual-type Psychic and Normal Pokemon, which makes them weak to just Bug and Dark-type moves. They resist only Psychic-type attacks and are completely immune to Ghost-type moves. Now let's have a look at the stats and abilities of these Pokemon forms. Male Indeedee has lackluster HP, attack, and defense, but has excellent special attack as well as great special defense and speed, making it a great offensive special attacker, but very physically fragile. Its primary ability is Inner Focus, which prevents male Indeedee from flinching. This of course allows the Pokemon to utilize its offensive prowess unhindered, which is always a plus. We'll get to its other abilities in just a moment. Female Indeedee has a little less speed and attack than the male in exchange for a little more HP and defense, thus making female Indeedee a little bulkier, whilst also maintaining the same special attack power. It also helps make the female more useful as a support Pokemon. Its primary ability is Own Tempo, which prevents female Indeedee from being confused. This of course has obvious benefits for female Indeedee since it can't provide support if it's too busy attacking itself. Both forms of Indeedee share the same secondary ability, which is Synchronize. With this ability, if a Pokemon burns, poisons, or paralyzes Indeedee, the attacking Pokemon will also be afflicted with the same status condition, as long as it isn't immune to it. This is great for scuppering opponents by throwing their own plans back at them, and can often catch an unsuspecting opponent by surprise. They share the same hidden ability as well, which is Psychic Surge, which summons Psychic Terrain when Indeedee enters the battlefield. This can be combined with a Psychic Seed to give Indeedee an immediate special defense boost to give it more bulk, as well as increasing the power of Psychic type moves by 50% and blocking priority moves. This ability has so many uses that it's almost an essential for an Indeedee set. It's also worth noting these Pokemon do have varied movesets, with the male getting more offensive and disruptive moves, and the female getting more defensive and support moves. Now it's time for me to decide which of these two forms of Indeedee I prefer, and I'm definitely leaning down the female route. I just think the female has so much more use as a support Pokemon compared to the male, that whilst is a good offensive Pokemon, it's outclassed by so many other Psychic types. Like, there's so many Psychic types in Sword and Shield that you could use that I just think are so much better than Indeedee. I don't think the male Indeedee really has much of a place, whereas female Indeedee is a super duper support Pokemon. It's caught me off guard a lot of times. Plus it's cuter, it's always smiling. But of course, it's not just up to me to decide which is my favorite, it's up to you guys to decide which is your favorite. But before you do, let's see these Pokemon in action on the battlefield. Let's have a bit of fun. Let's time for the Metronome battle. Before we start the battle, I'll point out, as always, these Pokemon have max IVs in all stats, 0 EVs in all stats. They're not holding any items. They've got neutral natures. Everyone's got their hidden ability, so they're all going to have Psychic Surge. So for what it's worth, Psychic Terrain is going to be in effect for the first, 5 turns of battle. The only advantage or disadvantage any of these Pokemon gets comes from their typing and their base stats. Everything else is all up to the Metronome. Let's go. And now it's time for Indeedee versus Indeedee. Are you in needy of some Indeedee? Because there's going to be 4 of them on the field. It doesn't really rhyme. If there was 3, it would have worked, but don't work. Sue me. Don't sue me. I don't have any money. You wouldn't really. It would be a waste of your time, to be honest, and mine. But here we see Psychic Surge taking effect. That is going to power up Psychic type moves. It's not going to block priority moves because there's no priority order in a Metronome battle. Even moves that are meant to be priority in a Metronome battle don't really count as priority moves. We see Muddy Water coming out from the shiny male Indeedee to start things off, though. By the way, if you enjoy Form Fight, give it a like. If you enjoy anything on my channel, give it a like. By the way, if you enjoy Form Fight, go watch bloody Metromania on a Thursday. What's wrong with you? Go and watch Metromania now. Stop this Form Fight. Go and catch up on Metromania. There's 7 seasons and it's been awesome. Extreme Speed from regular male Indeedee. I just want to talk about this. I want to talk about Metromania. Metromania is bloody good. Watch it every Thursday. Metromania and WTF on a Friday. Moonlight from regular female Indeedee is going to restore its HP, I believe, back up to maximum. Here we go. Right back up to maximum. Thank you, little female Indeedee, for prolonging the battle a little bit longer. Got to get me some ad rev, right? Here's shiny female Indeedee with Throat Chop. That is going to be super effective on the regular male there. Holy moly, that's a lot of damage right there. Almost half its max HP. My absolute word. What's going to happen in this battle? Which way is it going to go? Here we see the regular male who is going to fire off a Razor Shell onto the, which of the females there? Onto the regular female for a nice chunk of damage right there. Now it's over to shiny male. What's it going to do? What's it got in its mind? Going to go for Tail Slap onto the shiny female Indeedee. That's 1 hit. That's 2 hits. Just the 2 hits there from the Tail Slap, but still a lot of damage has been impacted onto that shiny female Indeedee, who is going to fire off a low sweep, although not the heaviest Pokemon Indeedee, so I can't imagine it does a lot of damage. Decent chunk of damage, and of course does get the speed drop on the shiny male, which bodes well for the female team, gives them an opportunity to move before at least one of the males there. Regular female Indeedee is going to go for Magic Room, which is going to nullify the effects of held items, which there are no held items, so it's a waste of a turn. Great job there by the female Indeedee. What's going to happen next? I've got absolutely no bloody idea. I'm watching this battle at the same time you're watching it. Well, not the same time, but in the same kind. You know what I mean? I'm watching this for the first time. Baby Doll Eyes from the regular male Indeedee onto the shiny female Indeedee, dropping the attack by 1 stage over to shiny female Indeedee. What's it going to do as a response? It's going to go for Charm, and it's going to drop the attack stat by 2 stages of the shiny male. So I guess that's turnabout, although you didn't do it onto the Pokemon that did to you. But, you know, you lower my attack, I'm going to lower your partner's attack by 2 stages. I like it. Here's Retaliate from the regular female Indeedee onto, which of the males? Onto the shiny male there for a nice chunk of damage, bringing it down to less than half its max HP. Over to shiny male to complete the turn. What's it going to do? What's on its mind? Going to go for Flatter, so it's going to confuse the female Indeedee, the regular female Indeedee, and it's going to increase its special attack by 1 stage. So a bit of a risky play, but the payoff might work out, you know, if that confusion takes effect and makes female Indeedee attack itself, but I guess we'll find out. But where's this going to go? This really could go either way, actually. These Pokemon are quite evenly matched in a way. Here's the male Indeedee going to go for Zap Cannon. My word, that's not an even match. Jesus, and it hits, and it takes down shiny female. So now we have 1 female Indeedee versus 2 male. That was unreal right there. Great job on that Zap Cannon. And female Indeedee hits herself in the face. That's very unfortunate right there. So over to the male team. Shiny male is going to finish things off with Discharge. That is going to hit its partner, though, so do bear in mind it has a chance to paralyze its partner as well. So decent chunk of damage to both its partner and its opponent, but does get the paralysis on the female. Things are not boding well for female Indeedee. This could just be a matter of time before we see the systematic deconstruction of female Indeedee. Here is male Indeedee with Forest's Curse, so it's going to add the grass type to the female. So now the female is psychic, normal, and grass type, so you know, at least it gets stab on any grass type moves. Here's the shiny male, though, who is going to go for Scary Face and lower the speed of the shiny female, which means that now shiny female, I believe, is the slowest thing on the field. because its speed's gone down by 2 stages. Snapped out of confusion though, but is paralyzed. That's so unfortunate. Poor female Indeedee. There goes the psychic terrain. No more psychic terrain in this battle. Now, oh my word. Poor female Indeedee, just having the worst time. So here comes the regular male. What's it going to do? This looks like a foregone conclusion to me. Regular male, going to go for ally switch. Just going to swap places with its partner, just for funsies, because why not? Why would you not? So there we go. Everybody swap places. That's wonderful. Over to Shiny Male, who is going to get the next attack, who is going to go for Bug Bite, which will be 4 times effective, I've just realized, because Grass and Psychic are weak to Bug. My word, that was a lot of damage. Luckily, you know, Indeedee is not a great physical attacker. Certainly the male isn't. So, of course, full paralysis on the female Indeedee. Very unfortunate there. It's just a sitting duck right now. Regular male is here and going to go for Flame Wheel, which is also super effective because of that grass typing. Oh, no. Down goes female Indeedee. It's been an absolute squash in the end. My word, down goes female Indeedee. The male team have won. I don't know what to say. Poor little female Indeedee. I just feel bad for her because that paralysis and confusion was an absolute bitch. So you've heard what I've got to say, you've seen these Pokemon on the battlefield, now it's time for you to make your decision. Which of the 2 forms of Indeedee do you prefer? Is it the male or the female? Let me know in the comments and explain to everybody why your pick is the absolute best. And that'll do it for another episode of Form Fight. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to support the channel like these wonderful people down here do, pledge to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/AceTrainerLiam and save money on G Fuel. Use code ACE. But until next time, I'm Ace Trainer Liam. Keep on training.